Hello, I'm Maria from the Richardson Simple Living. Today's Friday and we're going to be doing the gardening collab today. It's hosted by Victoria from Home Educating the Mad Lads. So if you want to pop along and have a look at her page and see Victoria's content, I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Plus also I've added everybody else who's taking part in my description down below so you can follow them up via the link, but check out Victoria's just in case I've missed anybody off. Terrible for things like that. But yeah, so we'll go and have a look at the garden. It's not as I'd like it to be, put it that way, but we'll pop out and I'll show you what I mean. Right, the patio area is not so bad. I mean, my plant's looking nice and green. I've got a few peppers down there that we planted in late. Whether that'll do anything, I don't know, but I've left them anyway. The petunias are going back now. I've been deadhead in them, but as you can see, it needs a bit more. Plus, there's not really many more coming out on them now. So they'll probably get thrown soon. We need to weed in the pots a bit. In fact, Dean's out in the garden trying to do something with it all. My Lady Campbell's doing really well. It's got all its new shoots and woodlings coming, ready for next spring. The bigger pepper plant's coming on good. It's had flowers, and if you can see, I don't know if we can see, they're starting to form what looks like peppers. Mint is ready for a good cut again. I keep getting a bit fuzzy, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm taking you close and going backwards again. Yeah, the mint's coming on good. I've got to make some more mint sauce. The leaves are still holding onto the apricot bush but still curled over. We've had some raspberries off the small raspberry bush, but as you can see from the colour, it's starting to go back a little bit. The other pepper plant, I mean, the leaves look a terrible mess on it. I've not really had many flowers, but looks like something might be happening there. So keep watering it and keep an eye on it, see what happens. I told you we got along here, look at the size of that dahlia. As you know, we haven't got the pots hanging anymore because the fuchsias died off. This dahlia's so nice. It's nearly as tall as me there, but it is in a pot. Blackberries, they're coming on nice. Do you know, walking around this patio, you've got to be careful, don't walk into webs. It's that time of year now. So yeah, the blackberries are coming on nice. Now I want to move them out of the pots come autumn. And that's the one that we took a cutting from last year. And that's coming on nice. Got some flowers coming on it, some buds. That's the third set of spring onions. But as you can see, look, pansy seeds have gone into it and they're sprouting. So I'm going to have a bit of a mix of both, I think. It's just dahlia. It's funny because it's growing really tall ones and nothing much else, although it looks like there's some shoots coming, I don't know. That plant's died back there. I think that's our petunias that can be binned. That's my second lot of spring onions. Now I'm a bit concerned about spring onions. We get some nice ones and then the tops are dying on them, going brown. This was the first lot. I've took some out, but the rest just aren't worth it. They weren't right, they didn't taste right, so they're going to be thrown. But we'll see what we can salvage with these. I don't know what's gone wrong with the spring onions this year. Just don't know. Tops go brown, they look lovely, then they suddenly go brown. All these are dying off. These were the violas. They're dying off now. And I was only saying to Dean the other day that the bamboo bush suddenly looks greener. It looks quite nice. All of the clematis now, most of the flowers are all died off. So we'll wait till the plant dies. It is starting to go from the base. So once it all dies off, just checking where I'm walking. Once it all dies off, then it can be cut back. Now I've tried to take some of the seeds because they're quite well formed in the pods, but they're green at the minute, so I'm trying to leave them a bit longer now for them to go the colour they need to be. The strawberry plants are now going back, as you can see, so we're going to cut them. And this same with these petunias here. They've been dead-headed, got a few more to pull off. Got a couple of new ones coming on, but nothing much. Everywhere there is a bit of a shambles at the minute. Now we need to weed in here. Dean's out doing some gardening today. Need to weed in here. We've had a bit of rain, a bit of sunshine, and the weeds go crazy. Strawberries are okay. Looks like there's a couple of runners again that want cutting, but as he's going to deal with the ones over there, he'll deal with these. But I've got plans for these. I want to put these into upright vertical planters, and then I thought I'll put these at the bottom and some lettuces at the top. So come autumn, when these go back, I want to get a vertical planter and put them in there. And then the blackberries that I've just shown you in the pots, I'm thinking of putting them this end, because I've got the rhubarb at the top end if it comes back next year. So we'll have a wander up here. Dean's about to mow the lawns. They're really long. Everywhere I go, Cassie goes too. She's frightened she's missing something. She follows me everywhere. I mean, over here, got dahlias in pots. Now that is bigger than me. Let's see if I can put my hand, roughly that's the top of my head size. So it is bigger than me. Yeah, we did have some pretty gladioli there, but they've come back. Dahlias in there, but they haven't done anything yet. And the ducks, hello girls, look at the mess, feathers and things everywhere. Do you know, the messer they are, the more they like it, the happier they are. So this is the little area that had lettuces in. It's just got weeds now, it's going to be turned over. There's a few beetroot left that were quite small, but I think I'm going to get those up this week and just do some baby beets with them. Then they'll all be done. The lot can be dug over, and we're going to put some cardboard down, compost on top, and leave it just rotting over winter. See if we can try some no dig bedding. See tops of these, they've been eaten. Look at that. And that's not the worst of it. I'll show you the rest now. We'll just pop in the greenhouse first, which isn't looking so good. Got a couple of parsnips in there. We did plant quite a few seeds, but only a couple have come up in there. None came up in there whatsoever. The not poppies, the pansies that we did from seed, they came out beautiful colours, but they didn't last long. Look, there's some seeds there, look. Got to collect them, really. Collect them, put them in an envelope for next year. But they didn't last very long. They had nice colour while they came and went back really quickly. But the marigolds, they've lasted a lot longer, and I've got lots of seeds for them, and I keep collecting more. So let's go in the greenhouse. Look, it's hard to show you actually. It's dying off. The whole plant is dying off. Got some tomatoes, but it's dying off from here, so they won't hold on for long. The green ones will be no good, but the ones that are red I can put on my ledges in the house, on the window ledges, because we haven't got actual sills, just like a ledge, but they'll fit on there and I can finish them off. Got one coming on down there. The couple of big ones that were there we did get, and they did go red, so that was quite good. So we've had some, and as you can see there's a big one there that started to blush, so if that's in danger we can remove that, but it's all died off. This green one's on the floor down there, look, you can see. The one next to it's looking quite green, quite healthy at the moment. This was one that didn't have flower, then suddenly developed a couple at the top, and as you can see there's a tomato coming there. Whether anything will come of it all, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I'll leave it and we'll watch what happens. Next to it was my, oh dear, I can't hear myself for banging, cucumber plants, which again has died off. I think actually though the sun has been coming through the door because it comes this way and it has hit all of this, so it has scorched it. But I've had some nice cucumbers off it, and as you can see there's one growing there, and down there's another one. So they shouldn't be much longer before they're fully grown. I could take them off. There's no more. I've looked, I can't see any anymore. I did once see one or two, but they seem to have gone. So I think once them two have grown, I'm going to pull these out and get rid of them. Oh, I look what I see. Little one there. Oh dear. Now I don't know whether to pull it out or not. We're waiting to see what happens with that one. Keep an eye on that one. But yeah, the plant is dying anyway. I think next year they'll put them outside. So that's them. Right. It's hard to get here. I'll stand here a minute. Swede. It did once have lots of leaf on, and the leaves have gone. Parsnips. I've never known this before. Caterpillars eating parsnip leaves. In all the years I've done gardening, my families have done gardening, I've never seen parsnips being eaten away by caterpillars. Luckily, the food product is under the ground, so they should still be okay. I can't believe it. My leeks have come up all right. Actually, we might have a wander in the garden. We'll just go and have a walk around and go on the other side. I can show you better. Right, I'm on the garden. Easy to show you. They were the red onions. Not well, they were seeds. They've gone that far and done nothing else. White onions are hit and miss. They should be ready and I should be picking them now and stringing them, but no. Look, I've perhaps got a couple up that top end and that's it. I mean, last year we had loads. We strung them, they've lasted all year. They only ran out about a month ago. This year I'm going to have to be buying onions till next year again. The leeks are coming on okay. I only put a few of them in because we don't really eat leeks much. But when you get a bit of leftover gammon and make a nice white sauce and put some leeks in, it's a nice pie then, together in a pie. So yeah, leave them a bit longer. So onion wise, that was a failure. I've thrown the last lot of lettuce I've done in here. They're coming on okay. So I might get a few more lettuces. If I want some, I'll do some in the greenhouse then for over winter. But look, nothing else. The caterpillars ate everything away. It ate all of the Brussels sprouts, all of the red cabbage, which it wasn't really touching, but then suddenly went mad for. They ate all of the white cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower. I did manage to get some broccolis and cauliflowers before they ate it all, but got left with nothing. I can't describe to you the amount of caterpillars we've seen. They were everywhere, thick. In fact, the path that I've just walked along down there was absolutely full, crawling with caterpillars. The squashed remnants of them still in the path because we were just overrun. I mean, I'm sure if I look down enough, I might even see some in the soil. I'm just hoping they don't bury in the soil. Come out next year, but I don't know if they do that. I can't really see, but the other day there was loads down here. They just decimated everything, totally decimated it. They just put everything down to stalks. That was that. Now, there's the carrots, I suppose. This is a plus side for everything. I can see the carrots again, and they were a bit flat because they were getting no light, but they seem to be springing up a bit now. And as these were the sort of carrots you can keep in the ground till autumn, I said to Dean, we'll leave them in, we'll water them, especially now they look like they're picking up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get a few carrots from them. So we'll just leave them. And as you can see there, see the top of one starting to come. So we'll see we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Runner bean wise, fabulous crop. We've had loads of runner beans. My freezer is full of bags of runner beans. They've done really well, and I've got plenty of flowers on, as you can see, a lot more flowers yet. So there's enough there to do another picking. There's loads on here actually. Just trod on the carrot. So you can see them, lots of them. There's loads. Fly on me. Loads in there, lot. We're laden with them, got lots of them. So we're going to do another load of these. Turn around. I'm going to do another load of them. What we do then, when they get towards the end that there's less flowers, they're about to die off, we leave the last lot of beans on to get bigger, fatter, and we take them for seed, then use them for seed. So we leave them to get really big and tough, and perfect to take off then for seed. But not just yet. Sweet corn, that's so-so. It's doing really well. Then I've got some corn cobs on it where the silk bits at the end had gone from their whitey colour to a golden brown, which is normally a sign they're ready. But I opened some up and the top of it was white. You poke it with your nail, one of the pieces of corn, poke it with your nail, and if it runs white it's not quite ready. If it runs a milky colour, then you know to pick it. Well, it wasn't, it was white, and the very top of the corn hadn't formed properly yet. The silks had gone to a golden brown, indicating they were done. So I don't know whether the weather's caused problems with them this year, because they went through all that rain, we nearly lost them, they nearly died, and then they went through a month of hot weather. See what's happening here, look. Things are going like that, opening and popping like that, and I don't know. I mean, that looks like the top of a stem, so it may turn like this, which is normal looking. And down there, it's the same there. But then we've got some coming here that are forming normally. We've got some coming off there which you would say is done, they're splitting open, but they don't look nice inside, and there's lots of creatures. I'm looking at, I don't know, I just don't know what to make of it all. I'm not sure whether to grab them and chop them, take the good bits, or what to do. Or give the chickens a feast. I don't know, we'll leave them and play by ear. So that's that bare garden. Stamp over it. Raspberries. As you can see, got some first ones coming on them. I've been picking them bit by bit. I've got to be careful, there's wasps in there too. I've been picking them bit by bit and putting them in freezer bags, because as the apples are nearly ready, I can do some apple and raspberry pies. In fact, I've been and bought the pastry today and got all the little foil cases ready. So yeah, they're not too bad, but having said that, as you can see, look at that's been eaten. And I found on it, what do you call them, those little green things. They're like stink bugs, they are. They're all green, and they're like stink bugs. And I've not seen one in my garden before. In fact, I had to Google what it was. So I can't see one now. I'm going through with you to see if I can see one to show you. But there was one on the plant the other day. But I can't see any at the minute. Butterfly, ladybird there. Could do with a few more of them to eat all these little flies and bugs. Yeah, bugs on everything, aren't they? I hate bugs, I hate insects. They're my worst enemy this year. Look, little fly things on there. I hate them. Absolutely hate them. They've annihilated my garden, all the caterpillars and butterflies. So next year now, we've got plans anyway. We're doing boxes. Let me step back a bit. We're going to create boxes, not grow quite as much, just grow enough for what we need. So I can sort of, when one box is, I'm taking things out, I can be putting new things in. Do seasonal gardening. If we get all like boxes coming up, we've got this idea of making tops to go on them so that we can keep butterflies out. Sort of idea, I don't know, like a hinge lid. And I bought, you probably, if you've seen earlier videos, you'll have seen the white mesh stuff I'd got. That was supposed to keep butterflies in the tap, but it kept blowing away. Well, I folded that up and put it into the drawers in the workshop. And I thought, well, we could probably make the tops with that. And if we've got something then on hinges, we can lift it up to water it. Because you're supposed to be able to water through that mesh, but I think it's better if you can lift it up and do it separately. Oh dear, Cassie barking at everything. You can hear something on the front. So yeah, if we can do something like that and it'll keep the butterflies out, we'll give it a whirl, we'll see what happens. Got some bad news with the chickens as well. We've got two, oh, you've got an egg down there. I'm surprised you're not sat on it. The two Buff Orpingtons in here. We had the baby Buff Orpington in here. We'd put the chickens in before, these big two ones, because she was big enough, the other one was. Put them together. They fought, so we removed them. Then we introduced them back in at night time. And next morning got up and we found that these two had attacked it and they'd taken its head off, killed it. Our poor little chicken that we'd raised from an egg. Well, we raised these two from eggs, but you know, couldn't believe it. We were devastated. So now I'm thinking we're probably going to get rid of these two. They are very well, normally, since you've got an egg down there, normally they sit on all the eggs and they're nasty. You can't get the eggs off them. They can be quite vicious towards you. So I'm thinking maybe we'll see if we can rehome them, because while they're still egg layers, somebody might want them, though I don't suggest they put them with any of their own. So yeah, that wasn't such a good story. Oh, hello, see ya. He likes us to say hello. Are you going to say hello? Hey, say hello. Hello. I gave him a corn. They've been having a peck at it. Oh, hello, I didn't see you up there. She's camouflage, she is. So yeah, and we've got the other four in here. And you've laid, I can see an egg up there. Collect them later. These have been happy and it's been easy to collect the eggs. These are better on their own. Got water yet. So that's that. We'll show you down the side now. On the front, all of the pumpkins died off. We had to pull them up. They all died. Went back. Got plants along here. That's got weeding. Wants pulling. Might have put my gloves on because that's a bit prickly. These are ready for throwing now. They're about dead. So they're going to gradually be thrown over the next week or so. Got some nice little red cherry tomatoes coming. I picked a few off here and there's quite a lot on it. So as long as the weather doesn't turn really cold, then we should get quite a few more, hopefully. Got one turning there slowly. We've got absolutely loads on here. We'll see how they go. They're not too bad. Just have to keep watering them plenty because they're in the pots. Oh, Cassie tripped over the dog. Second lot of potatoes are in the bags. In fact, I've been and bought another bag of compost today just to fill them up to the top, because as you can see, it's a bit of room. So they need filling to the top. But something looks like it's having a nibble on there. Now I'm going to swing you around and show you the rest of the swede. Look at that. This is why I'm not happy with the caterpillars either. Look at that. just stalks. They've actually stripped it and eaten them all. And luckily, oh, there's the one on here, look. Look, they're still hanging around. Look at that. Despite they've eaten everything, they're still hanging around. They're on the floor down there. They're everywhere. We've been stepping on them. You couldn't avoid them. There's Swede are growing down there all right. They've not touched them. It's just the leaf they've been touching. Some have a dead area there. Some of the Swedes not growing right. Some are round and others are not. I've not taken, but I shall leave them anyway for now because Swede can be lifted sort of any time from now up until or through autumn. Some nice bigger ones coming on there, and some are just totally died off. So all this needs rethinking about. And here, just totally been eaten. Just totally been eaten, and them not even seem to have grown underneath. I don't know why. I've left them to see what does grow, what doesn't grow. They may be pulled up by the time I do the end of September collab. Probably won't have none then. So yeah, not so good. But yeah, my pumpkins died on the front. Yeah, like I say, the pumpkins died on the front. They're not there no more. Apples have come on good. They're getting ready to be picked, so that's a good thing. Got a pear yesterday. Put this in my fruit bowl here. Because the pear tree I've got at the moment that's producing pears, and I think it was 2 or 3 grafted into one. So this seems to be the only one on its own. The others all seem very similar. They look like conference pears, but they're not quite ready. I've tested them because if you hold them in your hand, tilt them sideways a bit, if they just come away, they're ready. But if they don't, they're not ready to be picked. And they didn't. This one did, but the others haven't yet. And plus you still have to ripen them off a little bit. I think pears you never pick ripe anyway. They're never fully ripe when you pick them. You have to leave them for about 3 to 4 days before they're fully ripe to eat. So yeah, but they're doing good. I've got a good crop on them. And obviously the other trees, they were all baby ones this year and didn't produce anything, but they're all alive, healthy anyway, doing well. So yeah, that's the garden. Not thrilled with it, not thrilled with the caterpillars at all. They've destroyed everything, totally destroyed everything. I've never seen caterpillars eat almost sweet before, and I most definitely have never seen them eat the tops of parsnips. But anything green, they've annihilated. They've just gone for it. So, to be perfectly honest, I'll be glad when the first frost comes and kills everything and I can start it as a blank canvas for next year. We've got our plans for it. Like I say, we want to do boxes, wooden boxes, do them all separate, to build them so that they're all caterpillar proof. So yeah, we've got a lot of things to think about and do. So I'm hoping my next time that I take part in the gardening collab, there is still something left to show you. I'm not sure if there will be, but I'm hoping there will be. Might be just showing you a blank garden and telling you what we're going to be doing. So yeah, that's it for this month's gardening tour. If you just check out Victoria's, like I said before, on Home Educating the Mad Lads, and just check in the description box in case I missed anybody out from mine. And if you want to have a look at the others, just check them out in the description. So yeah, that's that for this week. Now I'll be back with you again on Tuesday. I thought what we might do on Tuesday, all being well, if everything goes to plan, I'll give you a run through of the maths books that Sian does, because as you know, she doesn't do the Key Stage 3 maths books. But we'll have a chat about that and I'll show you all of them and how they work and whatnot, and what else we do about maths. We'll do that on Tuesday. So until then, have a good weekend. Oh, and before I do go, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I do really appreciate you watching and subscribing, and I love when you comment as well and chat to me. It's great. Thank you ever so much. So yeah, all of you, take care, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.